Hello and welcome back to another Cult Cinema review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Sex and Fury, a 1973 film by Norifumi Suzaki, starring Ryuko Aike and Christina Lindberg. Plot of the movie revolves around Aike's character Ocho, who is a gambler and a pickpocket, and she's out for revenge against the gangsters who are responsible for her father's murder. As she murders her way up the chain of command in the Yakuza, she runs afoul of a European spy, played by Christina Lindberg, who just kind of makes things a little worse for her, a little more tougher for her to get her revenge. Now, obviously, with a title like Sex and Fury, you can probably guess there is a lot of nudity and a lot of violence in this film, but it's all done in a very kind of stylized way. That the Japanese with this type of what they call pinku aigu or pinku violence movie tends to be. I will say honestly, personally, this is one of my favorite of the genre. It's very well done, and it's very interesting. It's got a good story. It's not just boobs and blood and whatnot. Now, as far as the oddness of Christina Lindberg being in the film, she was she's a Swedish actress. She is well known for her roles in other exploitation films. Well, apparently, while on a plane to Stockholm, she was approached by two Japanese men who asked her if she'd be interested in working in Japan. And she said, why not? And she went there and she spent 2.5 months in Japan. She made Sex and Fury and Porno Queen Japan Sex Tour, which I haven't seen personally, but it sounds very interesting. Yeah, and then she eventually went back to Sweden, I would guess, after that. The company that actually made the film, Tao, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, Toei, but they actually wanted her to stay on in Japan and make movies for them for however long she wanted to, but she decided to go back to Sweden after she made those two films. Now, as I said before, this is definitely one of my favorites in the genre. It's probably one of the best all around. It's pretty accessible. The plot is pretty clear and to the point. There is the nudity and the violence for the people who like that kind of stuff. It's very well acted, and it stars like two very well known exploitation stars, Ryuko Aike for Japan and Christina Lindberg for just in general. I would actually really highly recommend this film, even if you're not particularly a fan of this kind of exploitation in general. It stands on its own, even aside from the nudity and violence, or what you would expect from this kind of film. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend watching it. I think that'll do it for this review. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.